Good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
That's right, we have officially finished the first project on the RV, the overhead sleeping area. I guess we haven't really completely finished it.
I was about to say, that's news to me.
I guess we can take this stuff off. The bit's over. This is actually the worst part of doing the renovation, is just wearing all this gear all the time.
I hate it. It's so hot and so sweaty.
It just ends up being wet. There's a pool in here. What I was trying to say was that we have almost finished it. We have all this fresh wood in there that you guys saw us working on in our previous 2 videos. So the whole thing has been pretty much completely framed out. It is all super solid with really nice high quality pine. And I'm very happy with the work that we've done, but now all the aluminum around that is sitting open. So we're cleaning up all the edges. And next project is to actually staple that stuff shut and reseal all that.
Yeah, y'all. I feel like all we have done for an entire week is scrape old nasty butyl tape off of seams and windows and scrub everything down. That's okay, because now it means we have a fresh foundation and we can keep on keeping on.
And we really didn't expect it to take so long. It's just because once you take one panel off, then another panel, you just reveal more and more decrepit wood. And then when you take that out, you're like, well, I might as well take this other piece of wood out. And before I knew it, I reframed all the windows and redid all kinds of wood. Probably like 60% of the wood in there is new now. But in this video, we really just wanted to give you guys a bit of a project update and show you what the status of the RV is, and then give you an idea of what we're looking to do next. And maybe you guys can give us some input, leave some comments down below, and let us know what you'd like to see us work on next, because there's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do, and now we're realizing that each project potentially opens a huge can of worms, so we're a little nervous to start unearthing other things and seeing what's going on.
And at the end of this video, we thought it would be fun to show you guys the finances, basically what we spent on it, what the materials have cost, and all that good stuff, because we haven't really mentioned anything about that other than the cost of the vehicle.
Yeah, so we've been keeping track, and the plan is to try to keep track throughout the whole process, so we can let you know what we've spent on it, how much all of these unexpected additions have cost us and might cost you if you try to do this yourself.
Welcome once again to our beautiful home. We figured we'd start by just giving you guys a bit of a status update on the state of the RV. You guys saw that we ripped out all the carpet and revealed this beautiful original flooring that was beneath it. We're debating whether or not we should keep this. What do you guys think?
Yeah, isn't it just so beautiful?
No, we're gonna definitely sort that out, put something on top of it, probably not rip the whole thing out. We'll figure it out. Our first project, as we mentioned, was to just fix this overhead sleeping area because there was a lot of wood rot and water damage. And once we ripped the panels away, we revealed even more. And it was really interesting just to get a look at what the inner workings of the RV are behind the wall. We were also just curious what was in store for us behind these panels. So we've actually, Allison removed this one.
Yeah.
Just to get a look at it. So this is what we're dealing with. We were actually surprised with how good a condition a lot of this wood was in.
Yeah, we were really nervous because the bottom of all the paneling seems to be kind of rotted, and we were scared it was because there was, something underneath, but the wood looks pretty okay.
We did think all this was going to be black, but it actually looks pretty damn good. Even around the window and everything is not so bad. Now, of course, there's a lot more that we have to peel back here, and we're probably going to replace at least the framing around the window anyway, just to make it as fresh as possible. We're not starting with such a nasty, moldy piece of junk like we were with the overhead cap, so that's
All right, this is the beautiful area that we have completely rebuilt. And as you can see now, it's super sturdy. We have all the wood in finally. We just have to put these 2 little boards on either side.
Once we attached all these little bits here, the thing just suddenly became really sturdy. Like, this is solid as a rock. Yeah. I had to do some pretty hardcore mending here, so don't pay attention to that.
Yeah. We also ended up putting some anti-mold primer over this. There were little spots that seemed like they were wanting to mold, so we used a bleach solution and sprayed it lightly over that, and then we put this mold-resistant primer on there.
Kills. That's the stuff you want.
We're really trying to make this a nice
mold-free, cozy sleeping area.
Yes, exactly. No mold zone up here.
Come on into the bathroom. So this is going to be one major project that we're deciding when to tackle. We have this tub here that I think we're going to keep, but what we're going to do is take it out, assess the condition, make sure it's actually usable, and then we're going to refinish it. There's one small little crack over there that we'll have to fix, but other than that, this is in surprisingly good condition. This is from 1976. I have a feeling there's probably some water damage back here, although it's not showing through, so I don't know what's going to be behind these panels.
And the previous owners didn't actually use this as a shower. They had just storage units piled up in here, and this completely closed off. So maybe they saved us a lot of hassle and headache.
Maybe. Layout-wise, we're going to keep it pretty similar. We're going to replace this counter, replace this toilet with a composting toilet, and replace the sink. And yeah, Bob's your uncle.
Now, one thing we're really scared about is this big nasty hole right here. We definitely know this is going to be an awful project to start on, so we've kind of been putting it off. After replacing all the wood up at the front, I know this is going to be a son of a biatch.
We might have to take a lot of stuff out in order to and see how bad the damage actually is, but it might be as easy as cutting this out and just replacing this panel here. It's not too hard.
That's where we're hoping, but as you can see, like, there's some water damage along the baseboard here. So we really wanted to keep some accent walls of this nice pine, the original stuff. But sadly, I don't think we're going to be able to, because I think there's been so much damage on all the corners that we can't really salvage big pieces.
One major project is just replacing all these different fixtures and things that are on the outside and resealing them. You'd be surprised how much of this stuff you can find matching the original stuff online. This door here, this is actually the new door. We bought this. The old one was all messed up, so we bought this online, put this brand new door on here, so that's already done.
We'll get better at this part.
There is an art to closing it. I've found this online. We've already ordered this. We've ordered this. Believe it or not, we found one person on eBay that sells these fender skirts for all manner of old coachmen. And we got one of these. They just arrived yesterday. Should we show it to him?
Yeah.
What is in this giant box, you ask? I don't know, but it says fragile. Whoa. There you go.
That's some packaging right there.
Check this thing out.
It's
Brand spanking
beautiful.
new. Made of fiberglass. Super strong. And it should be paintable too. Obviously, this is not the right color. This is almost like slightly green or yellow.
Yeah, it's like a yellow custardy color.
Yeah. I actually haggled a little bit. They wanted, I think, $150 each, and I ended up getting both of them for $225. Yeah.
Our beautiful new vent. It's not gray and rotten like the other one, but it should just pop right in place.
So we were able to find an exact replacement for the vent that's already on there from Walmart.com.
So my brother Adam, we mentioned, that's Adam.
Hello. Hey.
He is converting this Sprinter van while we are working on our RV, and he's been working on the lights. So we are letting him do all the wiring and testing out all sorts of different ways to wire things up, and just taking notes so that we don't...
Seeing what completely fails for him.
Exactly.
So what are you testing right now?
The front lights first, and then I'm gonna try to plug them all in at the same time.
All I know is you don't touch these. And then we all survive.
Oh, we have light.
Yeah!
It works.
I did it.
Nice job,
All
Adam.
by myself.
Yeah, you ain't so dumb after all.
We realized we've never really shown you guys or even talked about the roof of this thing. It's probably a bad idea. I think it'll support our weight.
Should I stay back
Yeah,
here?
as long as we stay on these little middle support parts. Yeah, I think it's good. It's stronger than it looks.
Yeah.
The roof has seen better days. It was sealed at some point in the past, probably 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So ultimately we're going to reseal the roof, which is a whole job in and of itself, but it has to be done. We're also gonna end up mounting solar panels up here, and we have to replace the vents, and all kinds of TLC has to go into this.
Super ambitious idea is to put a deck up here so that we can chill up here. More realistic idea is just resurface it and not do that.
Yeah, but we do have some ideas for how we can get synthetic planks of wood
So they'd
across
be
here.
super lightweight, super weather resistant, and make us a little like patio, but
Yeah, it'd be
on the
super
roof.
cool. We'll see if we ever actually get to that. We're gonna get down before we fall through the roof.
I'm nervous.
Also, it is so hot. You can see the sun just keeps coming and going and just baking us.
And there are storms a coming, so it's so humid.
You also may remember how the engine was sounding. Whoa! Well, we actually got it fixed, or at least repaired for now. There was basically a leak in the exhaust, and it was causing it to just sound awful right up in here. Now it sounds like this. Oh yeah, purring like a kid. That honestly sounds 10 times better than it did. It used to have this loud popping right here in this doghouse thing, but now it's, whoa. Still got some problems we have to work out, but it's getting there.
Most of our work has been fixing things, but one sad thing that broke in the midst of it is this little guy right here. We got a crack. So Eric, quick thinking, put a little hole at the top so that it won't crack anymore, but we realized it when it was already too late.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
we'll have to get that fixed somehow.
Yeah, that's the only thing we've broken so far, so that's good.
But right here you can see how we've had to peel back all this aluminum. We've got the fresh framing in here for the sleeping area. And then next up, we're going to staple all this up and then seal these corners for good.
And then maybe we could actually drive it again, because it's just been sitting here ripped open for like this for days and days.
This was not supposed to happen. I think it's literally gonna be for like 10 minutes.
2-second brainstorm. Maybe we'll be okay.
Yeah, we've got it mostly covered. We should probably at least pull that over. Look, now it's going away.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I don't know.
This weather's been so weird. It's just bright sunny day and then all of a sudden it's cloudy, then all of a sudden it rains. For a while there was actually this fine mist of rain that almost looked like snow or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, the last thing we wanted to talk to you guys about were the financials. So where are we at financially with this big old beast?
We're broke. We have no money. We spent it all in there. You guys were right. It's a money pit. Just kidding. A lot of you keep saying that we should, name it the money pit. Well, joke's on you, because we haven't spent that much money on it.
So right off the bat, there were the two big purchases. The RV itself cost $4,000, which we felt like was a really good deal for what we got. Then most RVs that you buy that are used, even if they're not that old, you have to put brand new tires on them. So that's 7 tires, including the spare. That was $1,650. Since then, we've had to buy a bunch of little miscellaneous things like all the different outer fixtures that we showed off to you guys. We had some work done on the engine. We had to do vehicle registration and pay the taxes on the vehicle. We did that asbestos test that you guys saw in one of our videos.
Not cheap, but definitely worth it.
Yes, and just all the different wood. We decided to get higher quality wood because we wanted it to be as sturdy as possible, especially in that sleeping area. And all that has added up to about $1,700. So total, we're in for $7,386. I don't know if you guys think that's a lot or not. Leave a comment and let us know. But to give you perspective, we were looking at RVs that were in the $8,900 to $12,000 range before we even found this one.
Yeah, and there were some of them in worse condition than this one.
Yeah.
So we feel like we haven't even hit that threshold yet. So to us, it's totally fine. We expected to spend this much. We expected to spend more than this. So it's been totally fine financially so far.
So that means we still have a lot of wiggle room within our budget. There's a lot that can be done to this thing. We're still deciding what we want to prioritize and what's going to be worth the money up front versus stuff we probably need to push off to do down the line.
We know there will be some big expenses, like a composting toilet. We'll probably get a custom mattress for up in the overhead area just because the dimensions are a little wonky. We'll have to get some custom cushions and things for the sofa bed that we're going to be building. So those will cost a bit, but we're going to try to save as much as we can by reusing a lot of what's already in there.
Yeah. But I think that's going to do it. We really just wanted to do a bit of an update because we haven't really started on the next project. We're still trying to figure out what that's going to be.
And I think we are very close to solidifying the name for the old gal. We have narrowed it down to just a couple, but hopefully...
Should I tell them the ones we're thinking?
Yeah.
We like the names Daisy and Clementine, mostly because Clementines are orange and daisies are kind of yellow and white, which kind of fits the vibe of the RV. So that's what we're leaning towards. So you guys all just have to stay tuned and see what we end up naming her. All right. Is that it? I think this is over.
Yeah.
That's all we got to say, guys.
Next time there should be more demolition and getting our hands dirty, but
lots more to come on the RV.
Yeah, just at that one point where we just got to seal everything up and it's just taking forever. Goodbye, adventures.
We'll see you on the road.